What if I told you that you could travel with 30 of your friends, stay in an absolute luxury home, and as a group, save nearly $700,000 a year? I know, it sounds completely impossible, right? Well, stick around because we're about to break down a revolutionary travel hack that's making that exact scenario a reality.
I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? This isn't about camping or roughing it to save a couple of bucks. No, this is about literally upgrading your lifestyle while slashing your costs. It's a complete game changer.
And look, this isn't just some clever one-time trick. The sources we're diving into see this as a real movement, a totally new way of thinking about how we can live and travel together. We're basically entering what you could call the luxury for less era.
Seriously, just pause and think about that for a second. What if you and your friends could actually have all this? A legit luxury lifestyle without that eye-watering price tag. Real comfort and enough space for everyone to actually hang out. Plus, you walk away with huge savings and even bigger memories. It's a powerful idea.
Okay, but promises are easy, right? The real question is, do the numbers actually back it up? Well, let's get into what the source calls the shocking math and see how this financial magic really works. Spoiler alert, the numbers are pretty mind-blowing.
All right, so this is the big one, isn't it? Let's cut to the chase. Forget estimates. How much could you actually save? Let's look at the hard data.
Okay, so here's the core comparison. On the one hand, you've got the old way, a pretty standard $2,000 a month mortgage, right? Something a lot of us can relate to. Now, on the other hand, take that same $2,000 a month, but instead, it's for a luxury home, and here's the kicker, it's split 30 ways.
So if you run the numbers for a full year, that mortgage costs you a hefty $24,000 every single year. That's a huge slice of anyone's paycheck. Okay, now for the new way. You ready for this? When you split that amazing house 30 ways, your personal share for the entire year comes down to just $800. I mean, just look at that. It's night and day. So what does that actually mean for your bike account? Well, it means you're personally saving over $23,000 every single year. I mean, think about what you could do with that. That's not just pocket change, that's life-changing money. And this is where the power of the group really kicks in. When you multiply that individual savings across all 30 people, the total amount saved in 1 year is nearly $700,000. That's just wild.
So here it is, all laid out nice and clear. You go from paying $24,000 a year down to just $800. You save over $23,000 yourself, and the whole group saves almost $700,000. The math is just undeniable. It completely flips the script on what's possible. Okay, so right about now, you're probably thinking, all right, what's the catch? And that's fair, but it's really less of a catch and more of a system, a simple agreement that makes this whole thing possible. They call it the community contract. It's officially called the Cleanup Deduction Incentive. But what's so smart about this is the psychology behind it. See, it's not a penalty, it's an incentive. You're basically rewarded for being a good, respectful house guest. You save money and can even get a refund just by leaving the place in great shape. And this is the golden rule that holds it all together. The cleaner you leave it, the more you save. It's that direct. It's the secret sauce, really. It perfectly lines up everyone's financial goals with just being considerate. So, you might be asking, how do I make sure I actually get those savings? Well, it's not a mystery. There's a super clear, actionable checklist that basically guarantees it. And they've broken it down into 4 really simple areas, so there's no guesswork. You've got general spaces, the kitchen, bathrooms, and then the bedrooms and other common areas. Easy. For the main living areas, it's all the stuff you'd expect, bagging the trash, putting furniture back where you found it, wiping up spills. And in the kitchen, it's just about rinsing your dishes, getting your food out of the fridge, and wiping the counters down. Just basic, respectful stuff that anyone can do. And for the bathrooms and bedrooms, even easier. Pile up your used towels, take your stuff with you, and get rid of your trash. They say stripping the bed is optional, but, it's a nice thing to do for the cleaning crew. It's all incredibly straightforward. So it really boils down to this very clear choice. If you want to keep your savings, you just leave the place in a reasonable, guest-ready condition. You'd have to go out of your way to lose your savings, like leaving a huge mess, damaging things, or throwing a wild party and not cleaning up. The line is pretty bright.
Okay, let's pull back for a second, because when you look at how this all works, the savings, the system, you start to realize this is way bigger than just a cool travel hack. This simple idea really says it all. When everyone pitches in to keep it clean, everyone wins. It's a whole model built on shared respect and responsibility. The group works together and every single person reaps the rewards. It's a true win-win.
And this quote from the source just nails it. Luxury becomes accessible, costs stay low, and everybody benefits. That's the dream, right there.
And that leaves us with this one big fascinating question to chew on. Is this just a new way to travel? Or could this be a blueprint for a whole new way of living together? A way where sharing resources and responsibility unlocks a better, more affordable, and more connected life for all of us? It's definitely something to think about.